And this is how we get down. What is good, everybody? Welcome into DTL Primetime Live. I am your boy, the coach, and tonight, potentially the best Thursday night game of the entire season. Two teams that are playing their third game in 12 days. Both played last Thursday on Thanksgiving, so a full week of rest for both teams. The Packers coming in with 3 losses. The Lions coming in with just 1 loss. The Minnesota Vikings smack dab in between the two in the NFC North. So tonight is incredibly important for a lot of reasons. Now, we had a bunch of picks from the morning show. We have a bunch more tonight. So I encourage you to get out your paper, get out your pen or pencil, and get ready to go. Because you guys know in primetime, I got the best damn crew in the business. We waste no time. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the picks. All right, do not be lazy when you come and hit that like button for us, all you degenerates out there on our YouTube page. Look, we're going 5 wide tonight. And first and foremost, he is my partner going on 5 years now. AB, kind of glad you weren't around this morning, to be honest with you. Good evening to you, sir. How are you?
Good evening, coach, crew. No, I saw it. Don't worry. I saw it. It was an enjoyable episode.
It was fun. That much was fun. Raphael, you were on the morning show today. My numbers guy. How are you, sir?
I am doing well, coach. It's a brand new evening. The day has been forgotten already. It's just a brand new evening. The lines have been bumping on this game right now. I've been texting you for the last hour. Can't believe the line movement we've been seeing.
All of the lines have moved. We'll get to it in a moment. Now, he's our fantasy, our prize picks, and so important to the crew, and he's got the best damn beard in the game. Big Soupy, what's good?
What's going on, everybody? You don't realize we're 6 wide. DG, I think his Wi-Fi is even worse. You can't even see him right now.
That's actually a good one. Oh, and it pisses him off, too. You know he's going to be in the chat. He's like, oh, there's nothing I can do to Soupy right now. And finally, this man has been absolutely nails with all of his soccer plays. He can do anything, and he's in the chat a bunch all week long. Tonight, he'll be here for the whole show. Big Chuck from the Dirty Dirty. What's good?
Good evening, coach, crew, Chad, all the above. Yeah, this game is crazy. All the lines we're seeing, all the movement. We got the schedule makers got it right again, so I'm excited to get this one going.
All right, well, let's do that. Let's get it going here. And right now we're talking about the Packers on the road in Detroit. Keep in mind, they won here a year ago. There's been a bunch of road wins during this series. So just because we're playing in Detroit, AB, does not mean that it's a lock for the Lions, who barely beat the Bears a week ago. Now, 3.5, it's been that way all day. A lot of books have moved it to 3. Others still have it at 3.5. Look at the total, 52.5. I gave it out this morning at 51.5. It's gone all the way up. So, AB, this line movement tells me a lot of people think there's going to be a lot of points tonight, which could be incredibly fun. Your take?
Yeah, it could be. You're exactly right, coach. You know, we saw this game played a couple weeks ago, and it was, 24-14?
Yes.
Now, there were a lot of injuries that were involved in that game, but there are injuries involved in this one, too. But it is played in a dome. We don't have to deal with the elements of the weather. The big thing is going to be, can Green Bay stop Detroit from running it down their throat? They didn't even need Jared Goff last time. So we're going to break down the defenses and everything here in a little while, but that's the big key, because if the Lions don't even need Jared Goff, Hoss, ain't going to be a good night for you.
They made history, NFL history. They're the only team ever that in consecutive seasons that has 2 running backs have both at least 10-plus touchdowns, in Gibbs and Montgomery. We'll break them down in a little bit, but they have a lot of weapons all over the place. Raphael, you've been monitoring this the entire day. What do you make of all this line movement?
Well, it's all because of Go Pack Go. We see not 1, not 2, but multiple 6-figure bets coming in on Packers plus the points and the money line. That's why we see solid 3s pretty much everywhere. Total is a little bit shocking to me. There's 52.5, 53, and 253.5 just popped up. So it's going to be very interesting to see, do we see 54 as we're breaking down this game? It's going to be very interesting what the total does right now.
We have learned over the months that we've been on together that the reason that every book has something different is based on what people have bet there. And if there's a big bet that comes in at BetMGM, you're going to see that move. Or DraftKings, you're going to see that moves. That's what matters to the individual books. That's why Raphael tells you all the time, have different accounts across several books so you can choose. Now, Soupy, let me come over to you because there's so many studs tonight on both sides of the ball. Is this a big fantasy night for people?
If we're looking at a 52, 53 total, there is going to be a lot of people to go around that you can have in your fantasy. I'm looking to see for Green Bay, who is going to be the leader in reception. Is it going to be Jaden Reed? Is it going to be Wicks? Is it going to be Watson without Dobbs in the lineup? Could even be Tucker Kraft. He's starting to get some targets. So I'm looking at everybody tonight.
All right. And I think a lot of people are, Big Chuck, because there's so many different plays, which is the type of game that I like. I don't like one-sided. I don't like games where we're only looking at one group of players. Tonight, man, it's all over the board. What are you looking at?
It's all over the board, and I love that total also. When I first recorded it, it was at 51 and a half, so you see 52 and a half, 53. That's crazy, some insane movement. But I'm watching some of these player props are lighting up like a Christmas tree. You know how DraftKings will just take them off, put them up, so I see them rotating. So, yeah, they have a lot of projections that they're updating, so this should be a fun one.
All right. Well, let's get into it. Our picks here, we do them straight, and then we do our props a little bit later on in our Prop It Up segment. But we have some straight ones. Big Chuck, coming right back to you. You think the Packers on the fast surface, they won here a year ago, score a lot tonight? Talk to me.
This Green Bay team, they're more explosive than many might think. They've actually scored 24 or more points in 9 of their last 12 games this season. And on this fast track tonight, where we should see points, and the Lions have 13 injured players on defense, I like them to get at least 24 again in this spot.
I think that the Lions have proved that they can be exposed. And Soupy, let me come to you, because it was only a couple of weeks ago that the Lions were down 16 points at the half to the Texans. Then Houston couldn't score in that second half. You're thinking we could have more of the same tonight with the Packers getting off to a fast start?
I think the Lions are going to get off to a fast start.
Excuse me. I read it wrong. My bad.
I think the Lions are going to get off to a fast start because they are 10-2 against the spread in the first half. They've clinched us in their last 3, and they lead the league in 19.3 points in the first half, while Green Bay is 19th in points given up in the first half on the road. So give me -2.5 in the first half. And if I think they're going to score quick, I think they're going to score a lot. They have 2 more red zone opportunities at home, 5.2, to the road, which is 3.2. And they are 6th in conversion rate at home, while Green Bay is 25th overall. So I got them over 3.5 touchdowns at a big price.
I think half of my brain isn't working because I'm looking at the Packers and I want the Packers to play well tonight. That's why I looked at the Lions, and I can read. I know that. It's on me. All right, Raphael, I'm coming over to you because it feels like the crew, all you guys like the Lions tonight except for Big Chuck. What do you got there?
Well, we just saw some buyback coming on the Lions right now as Soupy was talking, so that's very interesting. But I'm going to take the Lions first quarter -0.5 plus 120. I think they jump out quickly. Last time these two teams played, the Packers won the first quarter, 3-0. We ain't going to see 3 points in the first quarter. Someone's scoring 7. I think the Lions score 7, so I'll take that plus money. Give me the plus 120. And then give me the Packers team total over 2.5 touchdowns. I'm laying the juice because I love the juice and I love the squeeze. Give me -135 on this one. Tons of points on the Packers today. They have hit this prop 9 out of 10 games. That's 3 touchdowns easily tonight.
A lot of opinions in the chat. TJ says, I like the Packers 32-17. AB, how do we feel about Chris wants to know Lions team total in the first half, 13.5. Any feeling on that?
I like it. I think points are going to be scored tonight for sure. The Lions are definitely a team that wants to get started fast. Green Bay is not the team that you want to fall behind at all. They want to run the football. Running the football means you score early in the game. Yeah, I like that.
The Juice says Packers cover. Sprinkle on the money line. Just a little sprinkle. The Juice. All right, so those are our straight picks. I love saying the Juice for some reason. I don't know why. All right, that live number is climbing. It always happens on Thursday nights. But there's going to be a lot of people that miss out on the best segment of the entire week. Ladies and gentlemen, Randall Mims, who is AB's right hand there in Nashville, Tennessee. He says Jordan Love is 4.5 stars tonight. Is he? Could he be? I don't know. It's time for the one and the only no-fly zone.
Oh, the old no-fly zone. Let's have some fun tonight. And look what you see here on the whiteboard, all right? Coaches in the NFL, they go through this before they start game planning. They just want to take a look at how they stack up, and that is a lot of green. Look at that. Points per game, Packers 8th in the NFL, Lions 1st in the NFL. Points per game allowed, 10th, 2nd for the Lions, all right? Time of possession, these two teams like to hold the ball, 11th and 5th. And then you go down, passing offense, top 10. Pass defense, keep an eye on those two right there. Rushing offense, 5th and 4th. Rushing defense, 8th and 5th. These are two damn good football teams. But let's break down exactly what they're going to do. All right, starting here with Jordan Love. This is a couple weeks ago against the Detroit Lions. Notice the passing attack that he had. 23 of 39, 273 yards, 0 touchdowns, and a pick. What did he do? He threw it to the right. You see the Lions secondary rankings here across the NFL. This is where they give up completion percentage, short left and short right. That is where they do it. You're going to see Jordan Love tonight using that, but he's going to go left and he's going to go right. He's going to use the running backs a ton as well. But notice in the middle, that is where Jordan Love gets into serious trouble. You take a look at his areas here. Jordan, you've thrown a lot of picks this season, and it's going to happen again tonight. You're going to find some trouble deep mid, deep right, intermediate mid, and short right. Exactly. He has a good completion percentage there to the short right in his career. However, that is where he gets into trouble. Now, the game scripts for the Packers, okay? This team is one of the best in the NFL at blending the run and the pass together. What I mean by that is that they can run play action. They can run RPOs. Their running backs can catch passes out of the backfield. It is very difficult to defend against this team because you cannot cheat as a defense, cheating up, cheating back, left or right. Jordan Love can make you pay for it. Josh Jacobs can make you pay for it. All right. You're going to see the short passing game, completions and receptions up for Green Bay. They're going to run the football, but that's a good run defense. Detroit is sitting there saying, you're going to have to beat us in the air. We're not going to let you run it on the ground. Dan Campbell's old school. He gets it. You're going to have to beat them in the air. Now, you know what Detroit does not do well? Their defense? Pass interference. A ton of pass interference calls and defensive holding. So you're going to see Green Bay utilize that. You remember Aaron Rodgers when you jumped off sides, he would make you pay? That is what Jordan Love is going to do with pass interference calls. So pay attention to that one. And then finally, Josh Jacobs in the pass game. Yeah, he'll be used on the ground for sure. But watch him sneaking out of the backfield, catching passes, short dumps, left and right. Josh Jacobs can do this. That is your key. 3.5 stars for your boy Jordan Love to throw a pick. Now, jumping over here to Jared Goff. This is against Green Bay. You remember when I said that they didn't need him? They didn't need him. Look at this. It's like me and Pop Warner. I'm throwing it 5 yards in front of me and jogging up the field to get a Gatorade. Lime cucumber, Randall, that's for you. All right. Now, this is what Green Bay has to do. All right. You see the secondary rankings here. Not great, but their defense is good. They're best in the NFL at getting interceptions. They can do that all day long. They have to force the Lions to throw the football. They cannot let them run it down their throat. Now, Green Bay, they don't necessarily bring a lot of blitzes, but what they do is they bring 4 people to your quarterback, but it's not always the D line. They'll bring corners a ton. Watch that tonight, and they'll drop the defensive end over there towards the corner of who is blitzing. So when your quarterback throws it quick, that's where it gets picked off. Right? Flipping it over here. Jared Goff, kind of the same deal. Look, he can make every throw in the NFL. Deep middle, not good for him at all. All right? Intermediate middle, he's very good. But again, if they bring a surprise blitz at you, that's where I'll get into trouble. And again, short right. Pay attention to that. These two teams are very, very similar to each other. Now, flipping over to the game scripts for the Lions, what you're going to see, under center, play action. Jared Goff is arguably the best quarterback in the NFL at play action and doing it from under center. They're just like the Packers. They can blend the run game and the pass game better than anybody else in the league. It's difficult to stop this offense, all right? What you will see, though, pay attention to pre-snap motion, all right? When Jared Goff brings Sam Laporta, all right, into motion, what he's doing is figuring out whether the Packers are in man or zone. So when you see Sam Laporta go into motion pre-snap, if you see a safety follow Laporta, that means they're in man. If you see a corner follow Laporta, that means that they're in zone. So you can pay attention to that, exactly the same thing that Jared Goff is looking for. That's why they do it, because the Packers are the best in the league at disguising man's for zone, zones for man. They're great at it. Now, running back reception is going to be up for Detroit as well. You're going to see a short passing game from both teams tonight. And we talked about Detroit with pass interference with their defense. Green Bay, their problem, they come off sides all the time. You are going to see hard count after hard count after hard count. And if you don't know what that is, that's when the quarterback yells, "Hut!" They don't snap the ball. They're looking to draw you off sides. They're going to do it. Count it. They're going to do it 1,000,000 times tonight, because Green Bay, that's the one spot where they're not disciplined. 3.5 stars as well for Jared Goff to throw a pick.
Could you give me that sound effect one more time, please, how they draw them offsides?
Green 50 nut.
I think it's very appropriate on this Thursday night. Let me check my notes. December 5th. That there's a lot of new people that are checking us out in Primetime Live. And we have one very simple but effective question that I need to ask you. So if you all want to join me, feel free. Do you want to do that work? I didn't think so. Cortez says, I came in right on time. The no-fly zone. You're damn right. Tina says, sorry I'm late. I was cooking dinner.
Nice. What'd you cook, Tina?
Yeah, Tina, let us know what you're cooking for dinner over at Touchdown Tina's house. And then always getting under my skin in AB. I don't know how Japan was able in one sentence to include you while he's taking shots at me. He said, man, this Taco Bell line is as long as coach's line to get into the damn club.
Nice working at Taco Bell.
Wow. So I got to make sure I get it right. Both guys mid to right. That's the no-fly zone. Short passing game, so maybe not as high of an interception rate, perhaps, or probability. Did I listen to all that correct?
You did. Yeah, there's going to be a ton of short passes on both teams. You're going to see both defenses do what they can to sell out, to stop the run, because if you run on another team, you're done. There's nothing you could do. I can deal with you passing, and especially Green Bay, best defense in the NFL at getting interceptions. So which one would you rather do, right? So, yeah, you're going to see a ton of short passing tonight.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, it's not always just about the picks. That's not what makes you a great handicapper or a great sports bettor or a great fan. It's about listening to those that are really, really smart in what they do. And AB is as good as it gets. So let's compare the quarterbacks tonight, because these are two absolute studs. It doesn't get much better than this. And one of my props from the morning show, over 252.5, I love Jordan Love tonight because of this shootout, despite only 38 points in the first matchup. So, Raphael, let me come over to you. You're seeing the lines. These are at DK. That interception line for Jordan Love, my goodness, minus 170. What do you see here that jumps out to you?
Well, not the minus 170, because that's not one. But I think the plus 110 looks very nice. I think both quarterbacks could see a little pick action tonight. So plus 110 on Jared Goff looks very interesting. And I think completions 20.5 for Jordan Love. I like that over, just in case they're playing from behind. He's going to be chucking it.
You're getting the AB nod of approval, so that always feels good. Big Chuck, let me come down to you, big boy. What are you seeing here from DK?
The passing yards, I first took these down at 251.5. They have now moved to 256.5 for Goff and 254.5 for Love. So I think we're going to see plenty of passing yards. And I love that interception for Goff. We saw him serve up, 4 or 5 to the Texans. I think he gives one up to the Packers tonight.
All right. Mama Mims is in the chat, by the way. We got to bring Little Man on camera, AB. Apparently, Little Mims, Knox, wants to say hello to everybody. So I don't know if Little Knox is around, but if he is, come on down.
We're going to get video of him at the plate. Left-handed, can mash. Looks like Bryce Harper.
Oh, really?
Yep.
By the way, speaking of Bryce Harper, real quick, not to get off topic, did you guys see he did a whole segment with the Costco boys?
No.
He did. He did a home run hitting contest with the Costco. Big Justice beat him. I kid you not. I can't make it up. I mean, I think I'm the uncool one. Those guys are everywhere. Literally everywhere. All right. Sorry. Big Soupy, let me come back over to you. I love this quarterback matchup tonight. I think both guys go off, but we've seen this year that Jared Goff can have some games or have some games, where he doesn't throw for a lot. They scored 52 points, and he only had 85 yards passing because they have so many weapons. What do you make of these two comparing them tonight?
I'm liking both of them in their completions. Like AB is saying, short passes. They can do the short passes, go for the yards, just try to move the sticks along. So I would take Jared Goff and Jordan Love over their completions for tonight.
All right, very good. TJ says, please never let those things become a thing. I promise you, TJ, I don't care how popular it become. The Costco guys will never be on the show, or I will quit, and AB will walk out right behind me. Raphael will have you host with the Costco boys. Give me a boo!
Finally get a hosting position. Yes.
Look at you. You don't care if you Wally Pip anybody, Raphael. You don't give a damn. All right. So we've compared the quarterbacks, but there's so many weapons here tonight, and there's a lot of prop bets you guys absolutely love. We've been having a great couple of weeks. I think that continues tonight as we head in to a busy weekend, championship weekend in college football. But we got to have a good night tonight. So how do we do that? We prop it up. Dan says the Costco guys will be on the show before Coach gets into the club. Dan. All right, coming up that no-fly zone. I love when we get to the prop screen because I know AB has been in the lab all afternoon. Start us off, AB. Let's go.
All right, Josh Jacobs there. We just talked about it. We're going to take him over 2.5 receptions at -115. Now, I wanted to look on the other side, Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery, but those numbers were juiced. I like Josh Jacobs right there. Jared Goff, taking you for a pick, buddy, +110. All right, now, Jordan Love, we're taking him for a pick as well, but you saw that, -170. We got to parlay this thing, and I'll pull this up on the screen. So we're going to take Jordan Love, 1+ pick, and same game parlay it with Jordan Love, 200+ passing yards at -110. And then finally, Coach, look at that one right here. Look at that right here. A same game parlay, okay? We're going to take Jared Goff and Jordan Love each to throw 1 interception, and Jared Goff and Jordan Love each to throw 2+ passing touchdowns, okay? And now, to bring it on, Noxie.
Oh, let's
Do we
go!
like that one or not?
Little Noxie.
We like it. 35.
Oh,
There we go, bro.
he's the official home run hitter for DTL, the franchise. That
Yes,
little
sir.
man right there. That's awesome. That's awesome. Big Subi, I think he could take you. I really do. I think Noxie
I'm
gets
also
you.
a power hitting lefty, so we'll see.
All right, very good. So everybody got to meet Knox. I love the kids here at DTL. The kids and the pets, they're everything for us. All right, so we go from AB. And AB, I remember when the Bucks were playing the Falcons, and your picks looked very similar to that night, and you said it could be crazy tonight. If all of that happens, it's going to be crazy tonight in Detroit. And damn it, I am here for it. Let's go from AB over to Big Chuck. You got 2. Give them to me.
Christian Watson over 50.5 receiving yards. He comes in averaging 57 on the season, and I apologize, and in his career against this Lions team, and he's actually cashed his prop in 2 of his last 3 games. So I think he has a big one against this banged up Detroit defense. And then Sam Laporta over 38.5 receiving yards. The Packers, they've actually struggled against tight ends, and he's averaged 44 receiving yards in 3 career games, and he's got 16 targets, so he gets plenty of volume, and I project him getting at least 39 receiving yards tonight. So love Sam Laporta over 38.5 receiving yards.
Randall Mims says you made Knox's night for sure. Damn it, Randall. He made our night. Who are you talking to? He made our night. Now, by the way, coming up in about 10 or 12 minutes, I got a little nugget and a little issue with one of my crew members when it comes to Sam Laporta tonight. He is the man and the name that got AB his second diamond, however. Is Sam in the VIP section of the AB household right now?
Oh, yeah, Laporta's definitely in there. Definitely in there.
You know who else I'm talking to. I'll get to you in a second. You know what I'm talking about. All right, by the way, they're trying to help you out, AB. If you add 225 plus passing yards, this is Lynn's, for both quarterbacks, it makes your parlay plus 1,100. What do you think?
I'm down. I definitely think both of them. Now, the worry would be Goff, because if we see a similar game, they just don't need him, right? But I'm not saying that happens tonight. I do think he's going to have to throw. But, yeah, like, I'm in. I'll play it. Let's go.
You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts.
Yeah.
All right, Soupy, let me come over to you, big boy. What do you got? 2 plays. Let's go.
I'm starting with Josh Jacobs. We don't talk about him enough because of Derrick Henry and Saquon Barkley, but he's 3rd in rushing yards, and he's likely going to hit 1,000 tonight. But he's also got 100 yards from scrimmage in 5 straight, including the last time against Detroit. So I think he hits that again. And Jameson Williams, 14 targets in his last 2 games. And what the Packers do is they do the cover 2, the 4th highest rate of any defense. You give me a play action pass with Jameson Williams in the cover 2, that could be a nice little connection right there. I wouldn't mind even taking the Williams over 21.5 longest reception, along with his over 48.5 receiving yards.
They are so much better when he's on the field. He had a suspension. I didn't think their offense was as good as when he is there. So I like Jameson Williams tonight. Shout out to Liddy, a little super, what do we call it? Super
chat.
Damn it, super chat. Super chat, make sure we get that to Noxie. Put that in his allowance for the week, AB. Can you do that for us?
Oh, I could do it, but I'll tell you this. Look, we don't even have to give it to him. That's going straight to Candy. Let me just go ahead and tell you that.
Noxie already getting appearance fees, his own NIL money, courtesy of DTL and the Crow. I like it. Starting early. How old is Noxie? He looked like he's 11, 12, 13?
A little younger than that. Around 9, 8, 9?
Okay.
He'll be playing baseball at Tennessee here in about 10 years. You'll see it.
You'll handle that NIL for him there. That's for damn sure.
Oh, Randall will be all over that one. Don't worry.
DTL is going to be so big by then. Maybe we'll do a live show from his opening game at Tennessee. That would be amazing, wouldn't it? That would be freaking amazing.
And where does Tennessee play? What city?
They play in Knoxville. Oh my God, I didn't even think about it. You're right, they play in Knoxville, Tennessee. I'm all proud of myself. I see what you did there, AB. All right. Real quick, my plays from the morning. A lot of you were there. I also have Love 2+ touchdowns. Tucker Kraft over 3.5. And Amon-Ra St. Brown, love his catches tonight. We'll get to him in a moment. But Raphael, close us out here. What do we got?
Well, first, Josh Jacobs. He's the biggest liability for prop bets. His total for rushing opened up at 68.5, and ESPN Bet has it at 79.5. So if he has a big game, the books will be crying, and I'll be happy. But we're going to go with Brandon McCain. It's over 2.5 PATs. Even money. I like the Packers team to score 2.5 touchdowns. So if I cash that, I'm cashing this one, and he's hit this one 8 out of 9 games as well. And then give me Jared Goff, 2+ TD passes, laying $1.25. I just think both quarterbacks have big games. He's hit this prop 6 out of 8, and the 2 games he didn't hit were on the road. And where is he at today? He's at home.
I can say this. Either we're going to have a great night tonight or there's going to be a lot of X's tomorrow. That's for damn sure. So little Noxie will be in 9 next weekend. We wish him an early happy birthday. Elliot says, we'll do a live commitment show when he commits. Elliot, I'm down for that. Yeah. I am certainly down for that. All right. Now, you guys know we have friends all over the place we love to support. And tomorrow there's a brand new movie. So tonight, our comparisons brought to you by Werewolves, the movie.
Do you remember when Daddy used to tell you that story about the 3 little pigs and the big bad wolf? Do you remember why the big bad wolf couldn't get in the house?
Because it was made of bricks?
Just like your house.
Whatever happens tonight, remember it is my choice.
I know.
We have a 9-hour window to test and report our findings. Good luck tonight.
I can't wait to watch that tomorrow. Saturday, I'm wheels up to a big event in Florida, taking my kids out tomorrow for dinner, and I'll be in that movie front and center tomorrow night. Hopefully all of you guys will as well. All right, it's time to compare all of the talent that's on the field tonight. My goodness. Josh Jacobs, Jahmyr Gibbs. You could just as easily substitute out David Montgomery. They're great. Gibbs, 69.5, 73.5. We'll start with you, AB. These two tonight, I really think my gut tells me they won't have as much as maybe the game script says that they might. Your thoughts?
You're exactly right, Coach, because look, there's so many stars on both teams. Now, Detroit is loaded at the running back position, so that's why you see a little bit, in terms of attempts for Jahmyr Gibbs there. But take a look at the anytime TDs, minus 150, minus 155. Ooh. Yeah, it's because not only, all right, can they both get it on the ground, they can both get it in the air, right? Like, that's what makes this game so much fun tonight, is that you got so many options. If you're looking at, something for me, like Josh Jacobs 2+ TDs, that I might go there. I kind of dig that one, man.
Worth a little bit of a sprinkle. And my goodness, it isn't nice to see when you put on a new uniform, you change cities, you change franchises, all of a sudden your career takes off again. Josh Jacobs so happy, playing like a beast in Green Bay. And Raphael, 73.5 though in a game that we're predicting a shootout. That seems a little high for me.
It is higher when ESPN Bet has 79.5. So it's funny how he goes to Vegas. It's nice and sunny, gambling all the time, and he's freezing in Green Bay. But who cares when you're winning games? It doesn't matter what the weather's like, and he's going to have a monster game. I like that 2 TDs plus 390. Ooh, that smells like a winner. But just get a good big bet from Caesars money line bet on the Packers. They have it at plus 142. A game that's minus 3, the money line should be a plus 160, plus 165. That tells me how much liability they have on the Packers just money line.
That is fascinating. I don't know how your mind does the math so quick, but thank God we have you. Amazing stuff. Let me come down to you, Big Chuck, because Jahmyr Gibbs, we know Seabass is all over the rush and receiving number because he and David Montgomery, it's so hard to predict which guy is going to do what, but they're used almost the same. What do you make of Gibbs tonight?
I like Gibbs. When I first took him down, he was at 67.5. So we were seeing 69.5, which I'm really liking that longest rush. Most people think that if it stays under, that it'll be because of a heavy run game. But keep in mind, both of these can bust off long runs. So I definitely like the longest rush. Plus the two TDs is also intriguing. Plus 370, plus 390. Yeah, that's eye-catching. But the rush yards, love them on both sides.
All right, very good. Now, we're getting down to crunch time, Soupy. When you get into December, the playoffs for fantasy right around the corner. When you've got guys like Gibbs and Montgomery, which are really the only team that I can think that have two guys that can easily both go over 100 on any given day, how do you even play these guys?
You play them both. Whether you have one of them, I would even consider playing both of them because they get so much play. They both can score. Gibbs, he's more of that long rush guy. Montgomery, third in the league in red zone carries. They can both score, so I would put them both. And for the bet, I'm going to sprinkle Jacobs and Gibbs, same game parlay with their anytime TDs.
Don't be scared of that. Don't be scared at all. I like it. I like it. Brash. You're brash tonight, big boy. Brash.
Feeling it.
By the way, you guys are watching DTL Primetime Live. That live number just continues to skyrocket. So thank you to all of you that come in throughout the last 30 minutes. By the way, our resident benefactor, Roberto Bibo. He's got a granddaughter, 14, playing with 18-year-olds. Her nickname is Scoops as a catcher. All you need to know. Now, speaking of catching, AB, we've got some studs tonight running around. Jaden Reed on one side, Amon-Ra St. Brown. He's got his bag in the offseason. And if you watch receivers, he flies his girlfriend in from USC. She's trying to be a nurse. Now, guys, if you were on what, an more than that, $100 and some odd million contract, I'd probably tell my better half, hey, you're good. You're straight. But I respect the fact that she flies back and forth and she wants to have her own career. But this man is proving, AB, why they gave him all of this money. I love his receptions tonight at 6.5.
I do too, Coach. I think you nailed it right there. I love Jaden Reed's receptions as well, man. Look, they use him a lot. And I think that you're going to see Jordan Love go to him over and over and over. Look at the anytime touchdowns there, and I can knock this bot out right as we speak because that's what these quarterbacks are going to do is they're going to multitask, all right? Minus 105 for Amon-Ra, plus 135 for Jaden Reed. I don't know if I'd mess with 2 touchdowns on any of the guys just because there's so many weapons on both sides. But I'm with you, Coach. Receptions, love both of them.
It's always funny how the bots think they're going to last longer than about 3 seconds. Get out. Just get out. Raphael, let me come over to you. Because when you've got an anytime touchdown for a wide receiver at minus 105, that tells you how good somebody is. Because it's not easy to catch a touchdown at will. But this guy is right up there with Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase and all the best in the league.
He opened up at plus 150. So if it's minus 105, that means a lot of action has been jumped on him on Brown. And hats off to his girl that wants to be a nurse. Nurses are well-deserved and well-needed, so hats off to that. But I'll take the minus 105 on Brown anytime TV. And Reed, receptions 4.5. Really? This one should be 5.5 or even equal to Brown at 6.5.
Tina says, Big Soupy, that she needs Reed to make some points tonight for her fantasy team. Thoughts?
I'm feeling Reed tonight. Lions allowing 7 yards per catch to the slot position. And last week, they gave up 2 touchdowns to the slot receiver. I think Reed's going to have a huge night. I'll take his receptions. I'll take his receiving yards. And I'll definitely take his anytime TDs.
By the way, how are you doing in the DTL Fantasy League?
I won last week. I'm closing out the season strong. But I'm definitely done after this week.
You won't believe who just texted me. King Lettuce says, what's Soupy doing? Tell him I said what up. I'm going to whip that ass next Tuesday. I kid you not. He just texted that to me. He's becoming your rival.
He's 0-2 so far. So, the record matters more than what happens next week.
That classic Soupy trash talk. All right, Big Chuck, I did not get over to you because King Lettuce and Soupy are doing their thing. But I know you always find what I like to call the game within the game. Your thought here with the wide receivers.
I was originally going to go with Jaden Reed, but he was the biggest mover. When I first captured him, he was at 48.5 receiving yards. He's went to 61. So I just didn't want to miss the best of the number, but I think he has a huge night. Plus that anytime touchdown, plus 135 is great. Plus the reception. And Amon St. Brown, the receptions. Yeah, I love that one. He may get at 69, but I think he's going to get plenty of looks. And then that anytime touchdown minus 105, you have to get on that one.
Damn right. Real quick, the chat's always taking care of me. I don't even know why I ask you, Soupy. Brian says no playoffs for Soupy. Is that true?
That is 100% true, but I'm still plenty of other playoffs.
Japan says Soupy ain't winning this weekend. Are you playing Japan?
I am playing Japan this week.
Oh, I can't believe there hasn't been a showdown yet. Or what are we doing? What are we doing? No who's your best player, Soupy, for your fantasy team?
It's probably Kittle, but he's been hurt all year. Debo, he hasn't been good at all this year. So, yeah, that's just kind of how my season's going.
Wow. You loaded up on the 49ers. That sucks.
I did. Sucks. Explains the record.
All right. Now, you guys know that we give picks out at the top, bottom of the hour, but we like to take care of everybody. No, not everybody can come in here live, and that live number continues to climb. So we're going to go through everything. We don't even need to run the whip around music. We're going to do our straight picks, our props, and then get down to business. Big Chuck, start us off. What do you like?
Packers team total over 23.5. They got at least 24 and 9 out of 12. I love them to get at least 24 again against this Lions defense that is dramatically banged up.
And the Packers have won 5 straight NFC North road games, including last year right here in Detroit. Soupy, go.
Lions, they get off to a fast start, 5-1 against the spread at home in the first half. Give me minus 2.5 in the first half. And Lions, they are just going to score a lot tonight. 5.2 red zone opportunities. They're 6th in conversion. Give me over 3.5 touchdowns.
They're going to have to outscore them. You can't flip a switch. There's not a bunch of defensive guys coming in to be shut down. You're a backup for a reason. Raphael, you're up.
Given the Lions first quarter minus a half plus 120, they start off hot. I think they put 7 points early in the game, so I think they go up. So I'll take the plus 120. And then give me Packers team touchdowns over 2.5 minus 135. They've hit this prop 9 out of 10 times. I'll lay that big juice because we're cashing.
Change props are coming at you. And AB has one of the most entertaining screens you will ever see. Explain yourself, AB.
Yes, sir. First, Josh Jacobs. All right, Packers taking him over 2.5 receptions, minus 115. Jared Goff throwing a pick, plus 110. Jordan Love throwing a pick and over 200 plus passing yards at minus 110. And then finally, yes, same game parlay. Jared Goff, Jordan Love, each of them throw an interception. Jared Goff and Jordan Love each throw 2 or more passing touchdowns at plus 625.
God, I hope all of that hits so badly. I really do. That's just amazing to look at. It really, really is. All right, let's go over to Big Chuck. 2 plays. Let's go.
Christian Watson over 50.5 receiving yards. He's averaged 57 in his career versus the Lions, and he's hit this prop in 2 of the last 3 games. And Sammy Laporta over 38.5 receiving yards against his banged up against the Packers to struggle against tight ends. He's averaged 44 receiving yards in 3 career games, and he's got I'm not projecting to get at least 39 tonight.
Scott says thoughts on Watson's first touchdown. Patience, Scotty. Patience. Big Soupy, let's go.
I got Josh Jacobs over 100 yards from scrimmage. He's done it in 5 straight, including against the Lions. And Jamison Williams, 14 targets in his last 2 games. He's going to get plenty of opportunities. Give me over 48.5 receiving yards.
Raphael.
Give me Brandon McManus over 2.5 PATs, even money. I have the Packers to score over 2.5 touchdowns. So that means his leg is going to be hurting at the end of this game. So give me Jared Goff 2+ TD passes minus 125. Both quarterbacks go wild tonight.
Michael in the chat says multiple podcasts. I don't know of other podcasts on our level, but anyway, no one even mentioning Kraft. Guy's a stud. Michael, clearly you didn't tune in to the morning show because one of my best bets is Tucker Kraft over 3.5 catches. Last game against Detroit, he had 4. Last week, he had 6. So I agree with you. He is a stud, and he will show out tonight. All right. Now, I've been catching strays for about 40 minutes, right about now. And before we get into the most serious portion of the primetime program, and all of you OGs out there know exactly what I'm talking about, because it's getting to a fever pitch in a serious level in is this week 14 or week 13? This
14,
is week
13.
14. Okay. So a little behind the curtain, and AB, I need you to address this with me because producer man sent out the rundown for primetime a little bit later than normal. Normally you get it the night before, right? So it was sent out this morning at about 7:12 a.m. Eastern time. So as I went and looked at, what are you shaking your head for? I haven't even said anything yet.
7:12 Pacific time.
Which makes it even worse because that means we were smack dab in the middle of the live show. So guess who sent in his gym pick at 10:14 a.m. Eastern time, but didn't send his picks in until 11:14 a.m. That's exactly right. That's the face, and that's the smirk I'm looking at.
And who texted producer man asking him, hey, where's the rundown for today's show? I don't. And then a couple.
But clearly you did 2 different things. So clearly you're trying to get the jump on everybody that was on the show live.
I already
is
had
that
the picture.
fair?
It just took some time.
All is fair in love and war.
I almost felt like as I was looking at it, it was like Soupy saying, oh, AB ain't getting him again. AB's not getting him again. So I'll give you this one, but the fact that you were an hour apart, very sus, as the kids say. Very sus. All right. I mean suspect, Charles, just so you know. All right.
Appreciate that, Coach.
Coach needs a day off. The man is working too hard wrangling these fools. Joe, truer words have never been spoken. Truer words.
Yeah, I'm going to say that's true. Y'all don't know how much this man works, for real.
Well, I appreciate that. Except me and Japan, we are becoming mortal enemies. This is part of the show where Coach wastes his time like he has done all year. Damn it. Damn it. Now, we know what happened the other night. What was the game that I was this short of the first touchdown? Oh, it was Browns and Broncos. I literally was like punching the wall in my house.
You deserve that one, man. Like,
right?
You deserved it. Yes, dude. Yes.
Why do you bring Javonte in for 2nd and 3rd down? Just give him the ball again. But that's okay. I'm not going to let it bother me. I'm not going to let it get me down. And I'm not even going to let the fact that Soupy is trying to buck the system get me down either. So, AB, you're the OG. You've got 2 diamonds above your name. You and Touchdown Tina. So you get to go first.
You know what? I'm not going to overthink this one. We're going Jamison Williams plus 1,300. He was injured, or not injured. He was suspended the first game against Green Bay. My man's coming off. He's out on parole, and he's sitting on swole. Let's go, Jameson Williams, plus 1,300. Free that man. Let him get in the end zone.
Now let's go to the next man who took AB's diamond catcher, as I like to call him. Soupy, explain yourself.
Sam Laporta has 16 career touchdowns. 14 of them are at home. And, well, 12 of them are in the first half. And 4 of those, well, they're the first touchdown. And after I get this first TD, I go into the club. I'm going to leave the club with my diamond. And I'm going to go see Lou Diamond Phillips in Werewolf.
That was actually a pretty good take. I hate to admit it. That was actually a really good one.
LDP.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. Lou Diamond Phillips, star of La Bamba as well, many years ago. Justice says Soupy is ready to party in the club tonight. Are you ready to pop the bottles? And young Peyton walks in. And can you guys get along in the club if you're in there at the same time?
Is Peyton even allowed in the club? Like, does his daddy give him permission?
He's got a fake ID. Don't worry, he's got a fake ID.
He's got a fake ID, no doubt. All right, Big Chuck, a lot of people in the chat love your guy tonight. You're up.
Speaking of Christian Watson, I keep waiting on that bomb for that first touchdown, and I keep waiting on it. But I think he got one against this Lions defense last year, so he loves playing him. He has 2 career touchdowns against this Lions defense that's banged up. Like I said, I think it's going to be that long bomb to Christian Watson to get us that first touchdown at plus 1,400.
And a second diamond for Big Chuck. Touchdown, Tina says Soupy's diamond's going to be cubic zirconia. Oh, you guys are amazing. Buddy, I'll be with you in a second. Chill. Man, he knows when we get to the end of the show.
Yeah,
He's
Buddy's ready to go outside.
Yeah, Buddy's ready to go. All right, Raphael, coming over to you. You love yourself some love tonight.
Yeah, I think the Lions kick a field goal. It's 3-0 in the first quarter. And then the Packers drive down, and then Jordan Love gets a tush push into the end zone, and I cashed a 25-1, and I go with the club. Can't stay that late. I have a lot of work to do tonight, but I'll have some shots of tequila and then hit back to the crib.
Why do I feel like you with 2 shots of tequila? You're just sleeping over on the couch against the back wall.
I wish.
Matt says, rumor has it Coach may have a statue outside the club someday in his rightful place outside the club. Tonight's my night. Tucker Kraft. If he walked down the street, nobody would know who he is, but he is a security blanket. He is a guy that they love to go to when you're inside the 15 and the 10. Secure hands, soft hands. And tonight, at plus 1,400, if I get into the club, I promise you, I will be insufferable tomorrow. You don't even want to be here. I promise you. Abby says, I think Peyton was born in the club. Dude has never left. Well, it is finals week at TCU, so I don't think he can go tonight. But I have a feeling if he was on the primetime shows, he would get in before the rest of us. This has not been my year. Dan says, no, Coach, it's Tucker Kraft. If you know, you know. You guys are amazing. All right, let's do some final takes tonight. We'll get the hell out of Dodge. Soupy, 15-20, go.
This is the game of the year because I think it will decide who wins the NFC North.
KY says, like that would stop King Lettuce. You're damn right. Big Chuck, coming over to you.
I think we see a ton of points. I hope we see a ton of points. Opportunity to grow our investments. First half, full game, player props. So, yeah, definitely excited for this one.
Raphael.
I'm scared for this one. We didn't think we were going to see Browns and Broncos put up tons of points, and we're all thinking we're going to see tons of points tonight. So I'm a little bit scared for this game.
You can't be scared, kid. What do you always say, AB?
No pressure, no diamonds.
You're damn right. No pressure, no
I don't have any
freaking diamonds. Yeah, me and you were together. Me, you,
That's because you're scared.
Yeah. You're rolling in scared. Come on, kid. Put that hand out in the middle. Let's go. AB, bring us home.
Yeah, Raphael, look, if you're scared, go to church. All right, look, let me tell you this, buddy. All right, look, watch the Lions offense, Sam Laporta or a running back, when they go into motion pre-snap, and then on your screen, watch if it's a Packers safety, that's man. See a corner, That zone, pay attention to that because that's exactly what Jared Goff and offensive coordinator Ben Johnson are looking for as well. So you can literally play the game as the quarterback and OC are playing it as well.
Something to think about. We make you smarter, and that's what it's all about. Scared money don't make money. Curtis says, Coach keeps promising us he's going to be insufferable. It's going to be the worst day when it actually happens in 2026. It's getting ugly up here in these streets. Very ugly. But this has been a hell of a lot of fun, and every single time it is. Every single show, every day. Man, we love doing this, and we love doing this with all of you, not for all of you. So, a big-time game tonight. Do not forget Football Friday tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. You can also watch on demand, and we are every single weekday on Stadium at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. So now it is time for you to go out into the world. Watch the game tonight with your friends, your family, or in the Mims household, even little Noxie. Everybody enjoy it. Remember, there's only one thing left to do. And I believe you all know what that is. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these Thursday night football tickets straight to the pay window. My entire crew, damn, do I love them all. My numbers guy, Raphael. My man from the Dirty Big Chuck. Best beer in the game, Soupy. My man, AB in the no-fly zone. I am simply the coach. Trying to keep this train on said track. We grind for you so we can win with you. It's truly what we're all about. Even at night on Prime Time Live. Good luck.